Hello everyone, this is Warsaurus, and I will be casting a Starcraft 2 game on Metalopolis. I guess that's how you say that, Metalopolis, I don't know. But we have two very good players. We have LiquidTyler as the blue Protoss spawning in the northern portion of the map, and ONEshield as the red Tarren in the southern portion of the map. Now, Metalopolis, of course, these players are spawning on very far ends of the map, so there probably will not be as good a drop play as we would see if they had spawned down right next to each other. But there's a lot of dead space out here, so there's a very, very obvious possibility that the Tarren player will use medevac drops in this game. Some features of Metalopolis is, of course, the high yield mineral patches here in the middle. You have the two bases for that, and you have the two Xel'Naga watchtowers positioned right across from each other, of course, in the middle. Now each base, of course, has their expansion as well, and this third expansion, which is fairly easy to take and not terribly hard to defend. So we'll see whether this will be a micro or a macro game by these two players. So, and we still have a boring portion to get out of the way. I ran out of things to say that are interesting. Okay, the SCV is going to scout, the probe is going to scout. Both players looking like they're going to be scouting the wrong way unless this SCV turns and goes down the street. Yep, both players are going to be scouting the wrong bases. Alright, ONEshield's getting his gas up and his barracks. He's not going to wall off, which you don't really have to against Protoss. There's no real point. I mean, yeah, it's a nice formality, but not something most players would do. LiquidTyler's first gas is up, his gateway's going down. Of course, looking for the cybernetics core to come out. Yep, there's the probe with the cybernetics core. And now both players finally finding each other's bases. Probe's gonna get in here, look around. It's gonna see the towers going pretty normal. And the first Marine's out. That Marine's going to take down this probe. If the probe is not careful, probe has got to micro itself well, where it will dive very quickly to that Marine. And it's gonna scout this supply depot going back here. That's just gonna be ONEshield being careful. The probe, is it gonna go down? Is that Marine going to get the probe? It looks like it. Yep, probe goes down. And of course, like I was saying, that's supply depot just for scouting. What's this SCV doing in here? Is it doing anything interesting? It's running around here, it's checking in the back, make sure nothing tricky's going on, and this Zealot's going to probably chase that out of here. No big deal. Second gas going down, pylons. Everything looking pretty normal. But of course, Tyler, I honestly haven't really seen too many games where Tyler does something that's just completely radical. But of course, this always might be the game. Now, this is another command center, so Tarren is looking to do an early expansion right down to here, which is, you know, it's pretty easy to do. It's easily defendable, especially with siege tanks on this high ground. Unless the Protoss comes in from this angle right here, those siege tanks on that high ground are going to be able to cover it. So it looks like this is going to be one of the longer games. But I don't know what Protoss is doing though. He's going for a robotics facility, so I'm looking for a 3-gate robo, 2-gate robo, maybe if he wants to be fairly aggressive with the mortals or colossi. And that SCV is going to go down. No, these Zealots are just too slow. And a Reaper is actually out. I did not see the Reaper. Reaper's coming in here. Is Tyler going to be able to chase this out of here? Yeah, it doesn't look like this Reaper's going to be able to do much with the probe line. But that Reaper's just going to probably chill down here. Maybe even hit the Xel'Naga. No, it's going to go over here. I suspect that that ONEshield is not done with that Reaper. We'll see here in a little bit. Has he got anything else? Is there any more Reapers coming out? Where is his factory? Or no, not factory. He got the. I don't know what I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, so he looks like he's gonna go some Marauders, 3 barracks, and an expansion. We'll see how the Protoss is going to counter that. I would expect some Colossi getting an Observer out, going to go see what he's up to, making sure, of course, no Banshees. That Observer will take out any possibility of any Banshee harass, of course, if it's in the right position. ONEshield has the Xel'Naga watchtowers, and Tyler really does not like that Reaper. He's running around trying to take care of it. I don't blame him, because if that Reaper gets in there, he probably won't take out more than 1 or 2 probes. but that's still a big deal. And he's got these sentries here. That Reaper's not going to get up there, I don't think. He might try it, but yeah, he's going to get up there. He's actually going to get the probes. Now he's force field by Tyler, just making sure that Reaper does absolutely no damage and is a complete waste. Now ONEshield's probably moving down here, going to get this expansion out. He's bringing up another barracks, so we're going to have 3 barracks and a factory out for ONEshield. I'm going to suspect that he's just going to go right into siege tanks to protect this. And we're putting down bunkers just to make sure that this expansion has plenty of defense to get up and running in the right way. Now, Tyler is also throwing down his expansion, obviously seeing exactly what used to the last game, guys, what ONEshield's doing with this observer here, seeing exactly that he knows that he does not have enough to break through these defenses. So Tyler going to play it safe and slow by getting his expansion up right here. Warping in more Zealots, so very Sentry Zealot heavy build, of course. Now, ONEshield's gonna move out. I'm not sure if he's going to have enough to take this with the sentries in there. We'll see. Now his expansion, the probes are coming down here, mules are starting to mine that, so ONEshield probably has a little bit of an economic advantage. Yes, he's got, let's see what. Yeah, ONEshield's just a little bit down with his SCVs, but of course those mules make up for a lot. He's just placed some Marines around here, making sure that Tyler doesn't have a third expansion or get a sneaky expansion up here. He's, I think, going to send his units back. I don't really see... I'm not seeing that doing anything to this group of units with the warp gates able to warp them in. Yeah, here come the 3 stalkers, and I don't see those marauders being able to do anything. Now, with these reinforcements, though, it might be a different story if he decides to attack. With good micro, it could work. Now, I'm going to guess that... Do we have upgrades? Where's the upgrades? I forget. That is not the upgrade bar. Okay. So, ONEshield's going to be... He's got the medevacs. Now, this army's a lot more formidable with these medevacs. I don't know if he's going to make a push. It looks like he's going to gear up to make a push here. Tyler's definitely going to want to bring these guys. He's waiting for a drop in the back of the base. ONEshield, of course, does have... Yep, ONEshield is going to go for a drop. Probably hit the front of the base at the same time with these marauders. But Tyler knows exactly the capabilities of Tarren, and he's got these units in the back prepared just for such an occasion. Now, the front of the base push is going to come here. I'm going to guess first, because it's the weaker push. Here comes these medevacs. They're probably... I don't know if they're going to see... Yes, I believe they saw those stalkers. They know that it's... Oh, maybe not. What does ONEshield see? Does he see these stalkers? He has no idea that yep, now he sees these stalkers. He knows that that is not a good idea to drop right there. He might drop these off in the front of the base and decide to go in the front of the base, but I don't know what ONEshield's going to play by right here. It doesn't look like this drop is going to have any effect if he goes in there. Tyler just has too many units ready for it. And Tyler getting his robotics bay out, he's probably going to go Colossus. Yes, the Colossus is coming up. Is he going to be researching the Thermal Lance? Thermal Lance is also being researched. Now, Pylon here, I guess just for scouting purposes, making sure, yep, he sees ONEshield. I don't know if he can see that. Can you see that? Yes, he sees ONEshield up there. He knows exactly where ONEshield's army is. He probably, he saw those medevacs back there, so he knows exactly where ONEshield's going right here. Now, ONEshield also has another army back here just in case Tyler decided to do anything tricky. I'm actually surprised that he's not going to move those out if he attacks. We'll see. Now, those Vikings, of course, are going to be used to great effect against this Colossi. Of course, he's going to have to get more than 2. Those 2 are not going to do nearly enough against a Colossi, especially with that amount of stalkers that Tyler has. Now, Tyler's moving out. He's probably going to try and take out these marauders. Shield's going down. Zealots are going to move in. They're going to definitely take out a few of these marauders. Now, let's see how ONEshield responds. He's going to move these medevacs out. And these marauders are... only 2 Marines on the marauder. They're probably going to run back home scared. I would too. Tyler going to be taking a 3rd expansion, as well as ONEshield taking a 3rd expansion. And so these players are just are just sitting there macroing up, waiting to see whether the other player is going to make a move. Now these medevacs are still back there, so Tyler is wise for keeping all these stalkers and zealots in the back of his base, waiting for those medevacs. So I'm wondering whether ONEshield is just going to keep them there. He's moving out with his army right now on the minimap. You see them moving out. Now there's 4 Vikings. Those will be a problem to those Colossus, and Tyler's got to be careful not to overextend himself. He cannot watch the back of the base, the expansion, and then this expansion all at once against and hope to be completely successful. Now he's moving out. The armies are going to engage. Vikings have got to be careful. They're going to get. Now he's trapping one marauder. Now here comes the battle. The Vikings are out of position. The Stalkers are going to be able to take those down without them doing too much damage to the Colossus. The force field's going out, cutting off his army, taking out those Vikings. That was a serious loss to ONEshield. Tyler having a very, very large advantage. 129 food to 156.